Okay, World of Warships here, and I am driving my Tier 5 Japanese destroyer, the Kamikaze R, and this was a reward ship for something or other. I can't remember what it was. I vaguely remember grinding this thing out, but, yeah, anyway. The Kamikaze is a good ship. It's pretty much the same as the Minikaze, although, of course, you don't get some of the options that you would get with the other ships, with the other ship. But anyway, started out the match, and I told the team I'm going to D, so that's the way I'm going to go. But real quick, and this is just my opinion, but I'm wondering if Wargaming didn't put out the Kamikaze to replace the Minikaze for those people who love the Minikaze so much that they just stopped grinding up the Japanese tech tree. Because after you play the Minikaze and you go to the Mutsuki, uh, the Mutsuki, it feels like a step down, and I also have to say that the Hatsuharu also feels like a step down from the Minikaze, and the Minikaze is 2 tiers lower than the Hatsuharu. But okay, anyway, we've got a Pensacola spotted out there, and I would certainly not be surprised if there were an enemy destroyer in the cap zone here. So I'm just going to play this fairly carefully, and I'm certainly going to be ready to turn out running as soon as I can. And sure enough, there's an enemy Sims. So he's going to be close. He knows he's spotted. He knows there's probably a Japanese destroyer out here, and sure enough, he does the right thing to close the distance and try to get some firepower out on me. But in doing that, well, you can see the shots going in on him. Now, I'm not going to fire my guns. I do not want to give up my stealth rating. I do have torps out, and he's that Sims out there is starting to dodge and weave, but didn't quite do it in time and runs into one of my torps. So, good start to the match, although now the Sims is hiding in the smoke. Oh, wait, nope, there he is again. And I'm just going to go ahead and put more torps out into the smoke, roughly where I think he's going to be. And again, I am spotted. I've got incoming fire. Well, no, not at me, but I really want my friendlies to take down that Sims. He is the American Tier 7 destroyer. He is a very, very potent, very, very potent anti kamikaze weapon. And as you can see there, he just went down, and so did the enemy Murmansk. So a couple of enemy ships down in the first 3 minutes of the battle, which is a good start. And you can see me looking at that Pensacola, but that Pensy is actually moving away from me if you look at the mini-map. So I'm kind of looking at the map, scouting around a little bit, trying to figure out what's my best option going to be. And I was thinking maybe that that Fuso down there, because he looks like he might be AFK right now. Like I said, I was thinking of making a torp run on him, but if you look, there's a Colorado popping out from behind the island right there, and he is just inside he's coming into my torp range. So going back to the Minikaze. Now, I was just getting ready to drop torps. Yeah, let me go back to the Colorado. I was just getting ready to drop torps, and just as I was getting ready to, I noticed the target track indicator switching around. So I double checked his course on the mini map. That's a good way to do it. The icon is pointing in the direction of his travel, and showed me that he is turning. But because of that island there. Because of that island there, he is not going to be able to maneuver closer to me. Now, he's got to know that there's a destroyer out here, and I think that's probably a good... trying to keep his distance is a good idea on his part. But, again, I put out what looks like a pretty good spread. So anyway, I'm moving away, trying to open the distance up, and trying to think about what I'm going to do for my next torpedo salvo. I dropped one set of torps just ahead, just barely ahead of the of the target track indicator, and you can see that I had 3 out of 6 hits there. So took a lot of his health down, 37,000 damage at that point. And now we have a cyclone coming in, but that's not really going to affect me too much. So the Colorado's still on the same course, more or less, but I'm thinking he's going to turn, so I go ahead and drop another salvo of torps, and I put some behind him. So finally, going back to the Kamikaze thing, like I said, I think Wargaming decided to let folks earn the Kamikaze, so that they could still have a Minikaze to play. And it looks like I'm going to get a hit, at least one hit with these torps. Yep, just one hit. So, plus a little saltiness in chat, but that's okay. Got another good hit on that Colorado, and he is definitely flooding now, because there was no way he did not use his repair ability after the first 3 hit him, and there it is. So that's kind of my theory / opinion. Take it for what it's worth. I certainly don't have any insight to what Wargaming's thinking. I don't have any contacts or anything like that. It's just me kind of thinking about how good the Minikaze is versus how good the how much of a letdown the other ships are. So I dropped torps on that Fuso, and I'm not sure if that was going to hit or not, but the problem was I did not want to get spotted by the Fuso. He would have been at very close range, and his guns almost undoubtedly would have been pointing in this direction. So I went ahead and cut my rudder hard right and pop smoke before he could even spot me. And would you look at that? He knows there's a destroyer out here, and yet he lets me do that. So a couple more hits, and now I'm up to about 75,000 damage. So yeah, there's the Fuso now, and yeah, took a good chunk of his health off, although he's using his repair party to gain some of it back. So I'm pulling a U-turn, well, more likely a K-turn here in the in my smoke, and the plan here is to get out and follow this Gnevny to the west side of the map, because as you can see, we've pretty much wrapped up everything on the eastern side. We're holding the B and D points, and we've got a battleship sitting way out there, and we've got friendlies on the west side of the map who are, well, in very, very close proximity to a lot of bad guys. And if you take a look at the mini-map, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies right there, plus a couple last spotted that way, plus there's one more cruiser headed that way from the east side. So, got a Grimmy Eshi out in distance, and I'm sitting here thinking, what should I do? Crap, he's a little too close. So let me think about popping smoke. No, you know what? I'll just put some shots out, help whittle him down, and 1, 2, and right as I dropped that third torp, I saw that Atlanta coming in. He was just barely in there. I didn't see him. I wasn't watching the mini map, so totally. I mean, I really cut his options off for escaping. And at this point, I'm within 5 kilometers of that Fuso, so definitely got to just, use my guns. In a moment here, I'll be behind the island, except, ooh, another torp hit. Oh, wow. I'm not even sure who I hit there, but, except I'm still spotted, and I'm like thinking, okay, crap. The Ognavoy. Now, tier 6, not very good guns on that, and I'm trying to hit the F3 key, and I finally managed to do it, but a friendly takes him down, or friendly Congo takes him down, and then that's when I look at the team scores, and I realize, holy crap, we just lost a bunch of friendlies, and they've got 4 cruisers left to our 3 battleships. 4 cruisers and a battleship to our 3 battleships and me. But wait, now who detected me there? Okay, that's right. I was being radar detected. Okay, so, well, our Congo just got another devastating strike, took down another cruiser, so we're even ship-wise, and you could make the good argument that we have an advantage, firepower advantage, because we have 3 battleships, but cruisers can be some sneaky bastards, as you're about to see here. So, come around the corner, and we've got Fuso versus Congo, and whoa, okay. And I get reported for being a cheater. So, that came out of nowhere. I guess I flooded the guy down. I'm just not sure. So anyway, Fuso, he's at distance. He's going down, and I don't really have a good angle to drop torps on him. But I had also looked back at that Pensacola, and I figured, you know what, I might as well help. But I figured also, you know what, I need to help take this Fuso down as quickly as possible, because I just lost that Congo that's behind me. So shots out on the Fuso. If I could set him on fire or, you know, get... Nope, I don't. But on the other hand, yeah, that I'm pretty sure that Pensacola just popped me, and it could have been a lot worse. But I do have smoke up. So, backing up, Pensacola is within 4 clicks of me, and obviously he does not want to try to come into the smoke to flush me out. I have to say I disagree with his tactics or with his thought process there, and you can see me waiting to drop that last set of torps until I'm out from behind my targeting indicators off that wreck, because that wreck will eat them. So the Pensacola put some more shots out at me, and I'm trying to duck back into the smoke. But while he's trying to find targets on me,
we've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
He runs into 3 of my torps, and I keep getting detected by by the enemy spotter plane. And oh crap, where did this guy come from? And that's a Molotov, and he is right on top of me. And it's really, really hard to see it's almost impossible to see the targeting indicator. So I put spreads down on the targeting indicator and also on the inside of the targeting indicator just because of this, and boom, I get the kill. And this is what I end up with. And well, post-game stats. Obviously, they really need to give us a few seconds at the end of the replays before they kill so you can actually see the very last instant. So with that, no complaints. 425,000 credits, 7,500 experience, 377 base. I got a high caliber, a couple of devastating strikes. I did not get the first blood. Is that a Confederate? I think it's a Confederate. And I also got a Hero of Legend or something for getting 50 medals or something like that. So 133,000 damage, 14 gun hits. Yeah, it's a Kamikaze. You're not taking it out for the guns, but 13 torpedo hits. That's where I really made the money. There are 3 end caps, 4 enemy targets destroyed, 12 floodings, and a couple of those ended up sinking the enemy targets, and 1 base capture assist. So let's keep going here, and we have me sitting at the top of the leaderboard there with, again, 2,691 base experience, which was an absolutely great result. I knew I was doing pretty well when I realized, after, I sunk the Colorado, sunk the Pensacola. Let's see, Molotov's a tier 6, and let's see, where was that? Bit upset. Yeah, he's a bit upset at me. He's a tier 6 as well. So everything that I damaged, sunk and damaged, shot at, damaged, and sunk was a higher tier than me. So I'm gonna make extra credits and experience for that. And you can make the argument that this was bad matchmaking, but in a Kamikaze, I wouldn't call any matchmaking bad. The real thing that you need to really worry about are the enemy destroyers. That Sims really could have chewed me up if If they'd had the Ognovoy in the right place at the right time, he could have chewed me up. The Grimieshi, oh yeah, even though he's a tier 5, he can just gun me right down. So it's a matter of playing to the ship's strengths. But and I think that's an advantage in World of Warships, that even if you're a bottom tier, especially if you're a bottom tier destroyer, that you're still dangerous to the enemy warships. But that's at the same time a disadvantage, because even if there's a 2 or 3 bottom tier ships and you're a top tier ship, unless you have a lot of health to soak up the damage that they're going to be putting out, it's going to be a lot harder for you to come out ahead in a a multiple on one type situation, I think. But again, just me talking about it, not certainly I'm certainly not an expert in the game. But so anyway, damage cost under 33,000 damage, just a handful on the high explosive, 15,000 flooding damage, and again overall torpedoes, 115,000 damage there. So, and then the final screen here, I was not running a premium account, so received just over 350,000 credits, earned another 70,000 because of the Zulu flag I was flying, and even after repairs, I still ended up with a 414,000 credit profit. So XP, base XP there, but then I got again signal flag. Gives me another 1,300. Just driving the Kamikaze was worth another 800, and the first victory of the day. This was one of those times twos. Another 2,691 experience, 7,500 plus experience for that little outing right there, and 8,800 for the commander, almost 8,900 for the commander. So, well, anyway, that's pretty much it. Some calculated stuff at the very beginning of the match, and then at the end of the match, just a little bit of luck on where people happen to pop up at, and then turning into my torpedoes. But you know what? I'll take it. So, hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you later. Bye.